Alright, what's up there, YouTube? Okay, so right now I'm on my way to a wedding this morning. I'm headed out, and I was just going to let you guys know that last night I got the battery grip in for the Nikon Z6, and I'm going to show you. I set it all up on the Moza Air 2, the gimbal, and this thing is perfect for this. It's exactly what I told you it was for, is what it's for. People got confused about this battery. Oh, by the way, this thing is built like a tank. I've had battery grips on all my cameras for years now, but I usually got the aftermarket, and I've had the Nikon battery grips too, and this one is way better. So this is why I wanted the gimbal, wanted the battery grip, is because of the gimbal. You can change the battery on the side of the camera right here without taking it off the gimbal. Okay, so, and I didn't mean to clap. I'm just so used to watching all the YouTubers that do that stuff. So anyway, today I was going to show you guys my the battery grip that came for the Nikon Z6. Now, I got this battery grip in yesterday or Friday. I got the grip in Friday. Now everybody's like, this is not a grip, this is terrible, this is a worthless tool, and all this other stuff, right? So this thing came in on Friday. What is under here? And today is Monday. So I waited till today to show you guys this thing. Put that in front of my screen. I'm holding it up because I'm going to do a Tony and Chelsea Northrup to show you guys that the Nikon Z6 can also quickly focus from my face to the object by holding it in front of the camera. See how fast it focuses? So Sony's not the only one that does that, fellas. I don't know if you know this or not, but almost all cameras do this. Most of them, most of the decent ones. So anyway, this thing, this is you can see what it is. It's the Nikon MB-N10 battery pack. It says battery pack on it. It does not say battery grip. It doesn't say photographer's grip. It doesn't have buttons on it. It has buttons on the back, and I'm going to talk about that in just a second. It's got buttons on the back. It's got a check button. You hit the check button, and the little lights come on when you push this little check button right here. This thing is solid. It feels like it's metal. I mean, this thing's a tank. So first couple things. Number one, you take your battery door off the bottom of your camera. It just pops off. You kind of wiggle a little bit and it pops right off. And then you pop this into, there's a little holder for it in the side of the little grip thing, and it kind of snaps in there, and then it goes in the battery door on the grip. So while you've got the grip, you use this. My first time putting the battery in, I popped this out and I pushed this door too far and it came right off. And so it took me a while to figure out how it went back in, because I was like, wait a minute. Then I opened the other side and noticed that it was on a hinge and that it wasn't supposed to come all the way off. So I popped it back in and it worked just fine since then. So anyway, this thing's built like a tank. And anyway, so the batteries, what happens is on the Z6 is it starts showing that the battery's dead. And the battery goes down completely dead. And what it does A first, which is perfect, because if this thing's, imagine if it's on the gimbal, if it did B first, if A was on the right side, then it would be hard to get off of the gimbal. But because it does A, which is the one on this side, on the left side, it comes right off the gimbal easy. So this is what was awesome about this, and I'm going to show you a shot of the camera on the gimbal. I'm shooting with my Z6 right now with the 24-70 f4 lens, and I also have the 85. I also have the 85 1.8 here, which is a cool. The 85 1.8. This thing's magic right here. This is a magical lens. But anyway, I've got that one here for a shoot this weekend. I'll be trying this thing out. Let you guys know what I think about it. For on December 28th, I'm shooting a wedding with this one. Got that to shoot a wedding with. But anyway, so if you have the camera on, say, on the gimbal, And this is the really awesome. When it's on the gimbal, let's pretend this is on the gimbal. So the camera's set up, it's on the gimbal, clicks on, and it's balanced. Now it's not gonna be because it's gonna flop because of the thing. But this side here, technically, you can't quite get the battery door open with the gimbal. See, it hits. This side hits the bar. But you can swap out A without having to change anything, and you're right at the back of the camera anyway. So you can, when A goes dead, or when A is low or goes dead, it switches over to B. If you're watching the back of the camera and you see it going red, it goes red for a while, and it shows you, like, for instance, on the Panasonic GH5 and on the other ones, it goes down, goes red, and then boom, it's off like almost instantly. Like as soon as it goes red, boom, your battery's dead. It starts flashing a couple times and then it's dead. On the Nikon, it starts turning red when it gets to 1 bar. So when it gets to 1 bar, it turns red, and you can see, okay, it's almost out. So what you can do is, while it's right in the middle of recording, just pop the thing out, push the little lever up, pop the battery out, and it'll automatically switch to B, and now you can continue shooting, put this in your pocket or pull out another battery, pop it back in, because it's balanced on here, so you want to put a battery back in it. Pop it back in, you can just hold the camera steady for a minute, pop it back in, boom, now you're back up on A, shooting with a full battery again. So that part is absolutely fantastic. That made this thing way better than, I actually just thought it was gonna switch automatically or whatever, but I didn't realize that it was gonna, show up in the Z6 menu on the back, show up as red. I thought it would just automatically switch, and then you'd have to hit the check button to see that the lights are off. Now the funny thing is the lights showed all 3, even though it was dead, until I took the battery out, and then it showed nothing. So I don't know how well these little lights work in the back, but they do let you know that there's a battery in here. There's a USB on the back also. Right here, there's a USB on the back where you can plug in a power thing to charge these batteries while they're in here, which is kind of cool. So far, I'm absolutely loving it. It made the camera feel better. The camera was heavier. Heavier is not really necessarily a good thing, but it did weight the camera because you got double the batteries, and this thing's metal. It feels like it's either metal or real hard. It's some kind of hard, but it's cold, so it feels like it's metal. I think it's metal. And the materials it's made of are really good. It's got the exact same material that's on the grip, so it feels like part of the camera. It doesn't feel like an unusual accessory that's not part of the camera. It feels like it's actually part of the camera. This is my favorite tool so far. I love this thing. Anyway, I thought I'd just give you guys an update on how it works, if I liked it, what I thought of it, and I do. I like it. I think it's freaking fantastic. This thing is absolutely fantastic because I was able to just swap the things out. It came in the box. Basically, all it came with was just the box and a little, it just came wrapped up in the box with a owner's manual type of thing. And I didn't even look at this. I just grabbed it, stuck it in. It's a battery grip. What's to learn? What's to read? It's just a battery grip. Make it happen, Captain. But so that's that. That's the battery grip. I'm gonna get one for the G85 also, just because it makes it a lot easier than swapping out batteries in the middle of the thing. Now I will talk about something that came up with my my Moza air stabilizer. At the wedding the other day, I've shot with it a bunch of times, but at the wedding the other day, on Saturday, I was shooting with it, and for some reason, it would just go off. Like it would just stop, it'd turn off. And then I'd have to restart it and turn it back on. Also, the little cable that goes to the camera, sometimes it wouldn't work. You'd hit the record button and nothing would happen, like it lost connection with the camera and it wouldn't stop. So I'd reach up and hit the record button on the camera, just let it keep going. Now, I don't know if it's because of the grip and it charges the batteries and now it can't detect the battery right or something. I'm not sure, but it's just as easy to reach up and hit the button. It really doesn't do that much on the back of the Moza Air anyway, other than, hit the button to start recording. It's supposed to have like other settings for like changing ISO and stuff, but I haven't been able to get any of that to work. All I got to work on it was just the record on and off. The red button that you use to turn the stabilizer on also is used to start and stop the recording. And it's a little, there's a delay, so you hit it and then couple seconds later it comes on. Like it has to send the signal through the cable, which isn't, it's not as convenient. So I'm probably just going to take the cable off and not use it. Just reach up and hit the button. It's not that big of a deal. I hardly ever had a position where I was in a position where maybe if I was holding it down low and I didn't want to reach way down and hit the button, I could kind of just hold it down low, hit the button, and then start recording. That would have been a good thing, but other than that, anyway, I hope everybody has a good Christmas and a Happy New Year if I don't make another video between now and then. But I just thought I'd let you guys know about what I thought of this camera this battery grip. And take it easy, YouTube. Have a good one. I'm out.